Am I the a-hole for calling out my kid's teacher for talking down to me? I was at my daughter's teacher conference. I was still wearing my work clothes. I am an electrician and uniform is somewhat dirty. She starts talking to me in a baby voice using very simple words and speaking slowly. Your daughter needs help with her math homework. Do you know what fractions are? I have accrued 60 college credits and I read all the time. But I guess since I fit the blue-collar mold I must be stupid. I kept my cool though and asked her if she always assumed the level of intelligence of parents based on what clothes we wear. She started getting defensive like she was only trying to be helpful and didn't mean anything by it. I told her that in the future I would rather she talk to me like a normal person. Now my wife thinks I made the teacher look bad for no reason. And I should have let it go because she meant well. I feel like that was pretty disrespectful though. Am I the a-hole?
Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend to get a job? My boyfriend and I have 2 kids, ages 5 and 8. When our first was born, I stayed home while he worked full-time to support us. He did that for about 4 years, and I've always been grateful for it. Now, things have changed. I have a good full-time job that covers all the bills, though not much more. About a year ago, I supported him leaving his job to start a lawn care business. I believed in him and wanted to give him the same kind of support he gave me. But it's been over a year, and he still only has 1 client. I've tried to be patient and supportive, but recently I've started asking him to at least consider getting a part-time job while he continues to grow his business. Every time I bring it up, he gets defensive and throws out excuses like, if I get a part-time job, I won't be able to mount. He only has 1 client. Your mom will have to help with the kids more. She already offered and is willing. Then during the most recent conversation, he said, how much money do you need to be happy? And I worked for 4 years while you stayed home. That really set me off. Like he worked while I was home, but I was raising a baby and then a toddler. That wasn't a vacation. Now I'm working full-time and covering 100% of our expenses. He does take care of the kids more than I do, and I fully admit I can step up more on that front. I'm not ignoring his contributions at home, but like I'm also exhausted and overwhelmed, and I feel like I'm being made to feel selfish or ungrateful for just asking for help. I ended up yelling a little out of frustration. I'm not really proud of that, but it had been building up for a long time. He's now mad at me and being kind of cold, and I think it's mostly because I brought up the job situation. Again, not because I yelled. Am I the a-hole for yelling and pushing him to get a part-time job when his business still hasn't taken off after a year?
I work first shift and my husband works second shift. Because of that, I often spend nights alone. He gets home around 2 a.m. I lock the bedroom door when I am home and he is working. I would hear noises and be not sure what it was, and I got tired of checking. It was usually my cats or an appliance, but I got tired of checking, so I lock the door so if I hear a noise, I know it's the cats or an appliance, and if not, I have a locked barrier between me and whatever it could be. And when I go to sleep, I unlock the bedroom door so he can get in. Last night he came hours early. He was cut from work because it was extra slow. I didn't hear him come in through the front door because I had the TV and air conditioner on. If I did hear him, I always go out to say hi, and I unlock the door as I do, but I didn't hear him so I couldn't. He tried to get in and found the door locked. It took me a few seconds to pause the TV and get my cat off of me and get up to unlock the door. He started questioning me about why the door was locked and what I was hiding. I told him I wasn't hiding anything. I just lock it when I'm in here and he's working just in case. He doesn't believe me and thinks I was hiding something because it was locked and I wasn't there instantly to let him in. So am I the a-hole for locking the bedroom door while my husband works?
Am I the a-hole for telling my brother-in-law he needs to book a hotel when he and my sister were staying at my house? My sister and her husband live across the country and decided they wanted to come visit. I live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and I set up a bed in my home office because they wanted to stay at my house. They have been here for 4 days. The bathroom has been a big problem. He spends hours in there. After the first day, I talked to my sister about it. She says he has a condition where he needs the bathroom a lot. so I let it rest. On day 3, it was even worse. There was a time where I had to excuse myself to go to the store, so I could use the bathroom twice because he wouldn't leave. The last day I woke up at 4 a.m. and had to use the bathroom very badly. I knocked on the door and he said he'd be out in a minute. I told him I really had to go. It took him an hour to get out. The nearby store wasn't open at that time, and I had to do something I am not happy. I had to do because I couldn't wait. The next morning I told him he needs to get a hotel. I can't be blocked from using the bathroom in my own home because he takes it hostage. I get he has a condition, but so do I. And I make sure I have my own bathroom when I travel, so I don't get in the way of other people needing the bathroom. My sister and her husband were very upset and called me ableist. I told them what I had to do last night, because he was in the bathroom for so long, and they said I could have held it. I told them they need to leave and find a hotel or stay with other family. He just can't stay here anymore. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister and brother-in-law they need to get a hotel when the plan was for them to stay with me for a week?